Good morning everyone, and welcome to a new video on the channel. Do please remember to like, to comment and subscribe as we continue to develop this new YouTube channel. It is Saturday the 28th of March, officially non-league day today, and we are back off to the Hollou Sports Stadium for the promotion party as Redcar Athletic take on Bishop Auckland in the Northern Premier League Division 1 East. This, of course, is the first home game since Redcar Athletic were crowned champions on Wednesday evening. It's actually free entry at the Hollou today, with donations going to prostate cancer charity. And let's head over then to the Redcar seafront for what is sure to be a momentous occasion. So here we are in Redcar, and coming into today's game, Redcar Athletic are top and champions of the Northern Premier League Division 1 East, 20 points clear of second place Emley, and Bishop Auckland are currently in 20th position. That is 2 places and 6 points off of safety with just 6 games remaining. So it goes without saying that they're desperate for the points to try and keep their status at step 4. Bishop Auckland are one of only 3 sides to have beaten the Steelmen in the league this season. It was a 4-3 win for them at Heritage Park earlier in the season in a real sort of to and fro match, and with a lot of connections between the two clubs, with former Steelmen playing for them and former Bishops playing for us. There's an extra bit of needle when these two play each other. So promises to be quite some game, as well as it being a promotion party. Let's head into the Hollou and see how it all pans out. So here we are at the Hollou, the home of the champions. And there's our new turnstile block that's just been installed, as you can see. 2 sides to it now. We've still got Matlock's game up on the board here, so that's going to be done. So there is our brand new turnstile block. Have a look at that. 2-sided. There's Macca. Say hello, Macca. There's Sammy.
Hi.
There's a snack bar, and that is, so now we've got 2 turnstile blocks here. So that's the old turnstile block that's been relocated into the corner entrance of the ground. Here's the alternative view of the new block. And there is our CEO, Mr. Sean Weatherhead.
Over the season, we've had some great results.
And let's have a little listen in as the players are talking in a Q&A.
Obviously scoring 4 for me on the other night. There's such a big game and massive to make.
Cheers. And what about Oscar, sort of expectations for the last 6 games left, so 18 points to play for. I reckon we can get a goal difference of plus 100. I'd like to think we might get 100 points, maybe 150 goals or something like that. It's possible. 3 a game, I think, gets us to nearly 150, which would be ridiculous. What are your expectations for the next 6 weeks?
I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. I think entertained, you know, we're well known for that. Score loads of goals, I think. Yeah, just keep the fans happy. Just put out the front foot, score loads of goals, don't concede many. And yeah. Just, I think if we get 100 points and 100 goals, would you be happy with that, Gaffer?
We've got 100 goals now.
Let's get the Gaffer out of here anyway, yeah.
Right. That's quite. I'll ask each of you in turn, and then I'll leave it there so you can go and get warmed up and what have you. So, what I want to think about is next season, obviously. So maybe what's your expectations for next season, but which possible opponent at the moment you're most looking forward to playing? I'll have a look at who it might be. If results go our way and another team don't, we would be playing Bury next year in the league, which would be if they win the FA Cup, that'd be amazing. But yeah, who are you looking forward to playing the most next season?
I think mine would be I like Boxing Day games the best, and obviously they're always a local one, so if we get a good Boxing Day game, that's probably my favourite. Yeah, probably Stockton. Yeah, Whitby, but yeah, like you say, Bury would be a good one. I think they're getting a lot of fans, so yeah, just go up there and get 3 points in.
Yeah, same as Oscar. I like the local games, so probably Whitby or Stockton. Not Stockton on the AstroTurf, it's awful that pitch.
I'm not really fussed, to be honest. Honestly, I just think with the squad we've got, things will just, whoever we're playing, we'll just be looking for 3 points again. Not really worried about anyone in the league above. But yeah, I agree with Oscar. Maybe Stockton here would be a good game. I'll enjoy that.
To be honest, I think the long ones will be good fun if Sean sorts a new bus out. So, you know, like maybe FC if they stay down, FC United. So yeah, maybe one of them.
Same for me, really. Some of the big teams that are in there, the North teams, obviously, the Whitby one, if it'd be great. Boxing Day or New Year's Day against them. Obviously, the Bully stays there, it'd be great as well against him. And obviously, the Stockton one, the old rivals and myself, so they'd be good games. Same as Josh, I agree. I've beaten FC Manchester. This is brilliant, you know, for the way travel and stuff, and a good days out for the club and everyone. But there's some great places to travel to next season, you know. So I'm really looking forward to the challenge going up and testing ourselves. Obviously, with the squad that we've got, we've built, and looking forward to maybe a few new signings, not many, because I don't think we need many, ready for next season. So looking forward to it.
I said this again last season, never enjoyed football season watching last season. What I did this season was absolutely ridiculous, and it's a privilege to watch you every week. It's fantastic, and it's great. Punch your dazzles as well.
Face painting today. I think I'll refrain from that one. But, as you can see, the new stand is now complete. It wasn't quite finished for the Matlock Town game, but now all the seats are in. Just need to get it signed off by the safety authorities before we're allowed to put people in it. And today's edition of By the Sea is a Champions special, as you probably imagine. It's a 40-page bumper issue, and as you can see, there's a Champions photo on the front cover, regular contents page, my column down the lane, then we've got the gaffer's comments on our title win, the players' pen pictures as usual, a report on the 1-0 win over Blythe Spartans, a report on the 3-2 win over Ossett United, a report on the 6-0 win over Grangetown in the North Riding Senior Cup, a report on the 1-1 draw at Bradford Park Avenue last Saturday, and a report on the 4-2 Win against Matlock that gave us the title, and then we got a centre spread, back-to-back champions. Then we got our regular facts and stats, the league table, we got a history, we got Bishop Auckland visitors, player profiles and club history. We have got an article for the Untold Game, small acts of resistance, mandatory ads. We've got feature on the under-23s, under-21s and the ladies team. More mandatory ads, and the squad's on the back page. It sells at the usual cover price of £2. And here we are about half an hour before kick-off. And the wind's dropped a bit from earlier today, so there are people out in the booths.
I mean, it is, you know, a football match in Redcar, so
Which one? The one over there.
And here we have confirmation of the league table. And busy day in the fan zone. We just had a presentation from Neil Madison, ex-Borough, of course, and their summariser on BBC Radio T. So there's the mural which everyone is having their photos taken in front of today. And here's the face painting. And the teams are coming out for today's game. Redcar Athletic, as usual, wearing their red and navy blue shirts. And Bishop Auckland wearing a change kit of sort of white shirts and purple shorts. And we're underway here at the Hollou, and apologies for any audio issues today. There's a very strong wind yet again here at the Hollou, which may affect commentary. And an early touch for Josh Musfari. Jack Blackford, and headed over. JJ Bartlett on the ball, goes for goal and fires over. Danny Lay. Crosses. Bartlett and Louis Johnson, and held by Norton. Throwing to the Steelmen on the far side. Curtis round into Johnson, and just right. Howard out to Owen Burns. Burns into Boys, and saved low down by Norton. Bartlett. Curtis round. Blackford. Wayward pass picked up by Howard and out to Burns. Up to Johnson on the right wing. Johnson's cross goes right across the face of goal. And Boys wins the ball and plays it out to Curtis Round. Curtis Round into the middle. And that's a brilliant finish from John Howard. First time effort on the half volley. That's a superb strike, and that is 1-0 to the Steelmen here at the Hollou. Free kick to the Steelmen in a central position, going to be taken by Mark Anderson. Plays it forward and held eventually by Norton. Down with the ball forward, going to be held up by Adam Boys. Round to Curtis Round. Owen Burns. JJ Bartliff are now out to Rio May. Burns again. Boys. And a good tackle. As Bishops clear the ball. Fired forward out to the left. Well dealt with and cleared, but Bishops win the ball back again. This time Josh Robertson driving forward, plays it out to the left again, inside to the edge of the area. Nice football from Bishops. Lee Hume plays the ball forward. Jack Blackford goes for goal and turn round the corner from Josh Masfari for the first corner of the game. It'll be Dale Hobson with the first corner of the game for Bishops. Into the middle, headed round for a throw-in. A free kick to the Steelmen in a decent position. John Howard and Mark Anderson over the ball. And it's Howard who goes for goal, and it's kept out by Norton. Plays the ball forward to Louis Johnson. And he fires wide. Well, by his standards, that will go down as a bad miss. Blackford. Blackford again. Goes for the curler and held by Masfari. Jack Blackford. Overlap from Aaron Brown. And the referee blows the half-time whistle here at the Hollou in a game which perhaps unsurprisingly has lacked a little bit of intensity from the home side. But nonetheless a decent spectacle. Bishop Auckland have showed some good touches on occasions, but unable to create a clear-cut opening. And we go in at half-time here with a score: Redcar Athletic 1, Bishop Auckland 0. Half-time then, Redcar Athletic 1, Bishop Auckland 0. A little bit of a case of after the Lord Mayor's show really today. Redcar lacking the intensity perhaps expected after clinching the title the other night. Bishop Auckland obviously needing to win this game today, and that shows in the urgency in their own play, and they've actually created quite a few decent chances themselves. Having said that, Josh Masfari hasn't really had a clear save to make, apart from the one effort from Jack Blackford that he turned round the post but was maybe creeping in. Redcar, of course, did take the lead with an excellent goal from John Howard, and Louis Johnson should have doubled it shortly after that. But there's plenty still sort of in the tank for Redcar, and it remains to be seen if they can step up the intensity in the second 45. Let's head out and see what happens. And we're back underway here at the Hollou. Rio May trying to find Louis Johnson, but instead Adam Boy's chasing it, and he's won it back into Johnson. And cleared by Risborough, another former Redcar player, of course, known as Munchie. Curtis Round chasing the ball down. And now Nathan Guru and Anderson round to Owen Burns. Burns back out to Guru. Owen Burns. Louis Johnson. Johnson crosses and headed off the line for the first Steelman corner of the game. So a corner to the Steelman to be taken by John Howard. Howard with the corner, goes near post, and it's just about dealt with by the home side, but picked up by Bartlett. Back to Howard. Howard, nice footwork and charge down. Louis Johnson breaking down the right. Goes inside, Anderson, round the corner to Johnson, and it's a great finish. It's a superb goal for the Steelmen. Great assist from Mark Anderson, and Louis Johnson finds the net against his own old club. It is 2-0 to the Steelmen here at the Hollou. Fuster plays the ball forward to Louis Johnson. Johnson, and it's in by Oscar Fletcher. 3-0 to the Steelmen. Great work by Louis Johnson to keep the ball alive. Played inside to Oscar Fletcher, who delivered the finish. 3-0 here at the Hollou. Bishop's on the attack and fired just over. Louis Johnson picks the ball up again on the right and wins a corner. So John Howard with the latest corner for the Steelmen. Goes short to Fletcher, and Fletcher back to Howard, and Howard fires in and headed clear. Bartlett looking for Fuster, and he finds him, and Fuster, and it's a great finish. Brad Fuster finds the net, and some poor defending from Bishops, it has to be said. But Redcar turning on the style now in front of a crowd again of over 500 here at the Hollou today. It is 4-0 to the Steelmen. Boys, Jack Blackford on the right. Blackford crosses, dealt with by the Steelmen, who go on the attack again. Now boys, Oscar Fletcher, Rio May, former captain of today's visitors. May again, back to Masfari. Danny Lay, John Howard, Fuster. Now Louis Johnson. Johnson goes for goal, kept out by Norton. Guru driving forward. Fletcher. Now John Howard. And Howard loses the ball, and an effort goalward from Scott, but easy for Masfari. Good work by Adam Boys. Louis Johnson is in and he scores again. Great work from Adam Boys for closing down Patrick Armand, and he was able to provide the assist for Louis Johnson to slot home his second goal of the afternoon. It is 5-0 to the Steelmen here at the Hollou. Played over the top to Adam Boys. Oscar Fletcher to Boys, and deflected for a corner. So the second attempt for this corner from John Howard. Howard with the corner. And not kept in by Norton, so it's going to be another corner for Steelmen. This time JJ Bartlett with the corner, he goes short to Fuster. Fuster goes for goal, it's blocked. And Brad Fuster again. Oscar Fletcher. Parkinson. Fuster around the corner to Fletcher. Fletcher plays the ball over the top to Johnson, but he's offside as he goes in search of his hat-trick. And the referee surprisingly doesn't add on any added time. And we were due to have a few minutes. Maybe he's got a restaurant booking tonight or something, but anyway, it's a comprehensive victory here at the Hollou this afternoon against the side who didn't really put up a huge amount of fight in the second 45, it has to be said. It finishes here. Redcar Athletic 5, Bishop Auckland 0. And the champions take the applause of the crowd. Come on, Redcar! You scored, Oscar! Well done! Got it both sides! Let's go! Come on! So I've been joined after that one by Dave McTiernan. Dave, any worries that there might be taking the foot off the gas after wrapping the title up? Well, we certainly saw none of that today.
No, like I said, special group. We spoke to the boys before the game, you know. We just want to keep going, you know, and put it on for the fans. And we owe ourselves one, you know, to keep going and keep winning. That's the mentality of the boys. Like I said, another great win.
Obviously, they were one of the few sides that have beaten us this season over at their place, so it was nice to put that one right.
Yeah, again, like I said, you know, getting over the line midweek, coming to today. Bishop Auckland, good side, like I said, good manager. We knew it wouldn't be easy, but like I said, after about half an hour, we started to take a foothold, and like I said, deserved winners in the end. And plenty of good performances today, and the goals nicely shared around. Yeah, a good team performance, like I said, you know, great squad. Even when the subs came on, it was, you know, a good all-round performance. We're really pleased. And the next game is against the only side so far this season that we haven't scored or taken a point off, in the shape of Emily. I'm guessing that the players will go there with something of a point to prove. Yeah, like I said, we played Emily at the start of the season, a big strong outfit. Again, you know, been around the level a couple of years. So, you know, we'll know that it'll be a tough game. But like I said, we're going into every game now, you know, full of confidence. The lads absolutely buzzing in there, and rightly so. So we'll go to Emily and try and win the game. All right, enjoy your night. Yeah, cheers. So it finishes Redcar Athletic 5, Bishop Auckland 0.
and a pretty routine win, wasn't it, in the second half, especially after the second Redcar goal went in. Bishop Auckland really buckled, and I guess we saw in that second 45 why they're in the difficult predicament that they are in the bottom of the table. There was a clear lack of confidence running through the side, and they didn't really display a lot of fight for the battle after Redcar took control of the game. But that's not to take anything away from the Steelmen's performance. Played some delightful football at times in the second half and entertained thoroughly the crowd of over 500 that turned up on non-league day. So it was another great day at the Hollou. And obviously we've put something right there as well against one of the few sides that have beaten us this season. And that just leaves one remaining, which of course is the next game that Redcar Athletic play away to Emley, who are now the only side in the division that we've not beaten and the only side that we've not scored against. So again, we'll be looking to put that right when we travel there next Saturday. But in terms of action on this channel, there's quite a lot to come from before then, because of course this week we're going into Easter Hop Week for the Northern League, so there's going to be an awful lot of football being played in the area, and we kick it all off on Tuesday night with Redcar Town versus Billingham Town. Redcar Town had a little bit of a setback to their promotion challenge today when they lost to FC Hartlepool, and they'll be looking to get back on track when they entertain Billingham Town at the Mo Molam on Tuesday night, the 31st of March. So join us on the channel for that one, and until then, always extremely grateful to all of you for watching Just a Sec TV.